Alright, waar is ons vandag, my skat?
By, jere, jy kan my nie sien nie.
Waar is ons vandag?
By Werebee Zoo.
Werebee Zoo en ons is saam met Niels en wat is haar naam nou weer? Suzette. Niels is Suzette. Ons het hulle verloor ergens want dit is omtrent so 28 km om te ry, 3/4 uur deur die stad.
Van hulle huis af.
Ja. Ek sien hier's lekker baie mense hierso.
Dis 'n heerlike dag. Melbourne se weer speel saam.
Ja.
Dis 31 vandag.
Ons gaan 'n bietjie die zoo kyk. En die wind waai, is lekker. Lekker eindig. Ek dink is Saterdag vandag.
Dis Saterdag, ja.
So ja, ons gaan nou kyk lekker om die dag te geniet.
Hulle is 3 minute weg.
Dit is hulle ingang. Daar is die hek. As julle kan sien, hierso is duisende mense hierso. Nogal 'n taamlike stappie. En mense wat voor ons hier gekom het, al die parkings gebruik. En ek ry definitief hier op en af om parking te soek.
Melbourne se weer is soos die Kaap. As die son skyn en die wind waai nie en is 'n lekker warm dag, dan is almal uit hulle huise uit. En soos julle kan sien, dit is net karre en karre en karre. Natuurlik is Louis eers honger. So ons het nuggets en chips gekry by hierdie Tribal Beats kiosk. Sushi, koffie, lekker bistro, meerkat iets, baie oulik.
Hier is nou die ingang na die zoo toe, waar ons aankom. En hier is alles sonpanele wat hulle gebruik as afdakkies. Ons het van hulle in Pretoria daar gesien, nou maar dit lyk baie mooi, dit lyk soos bome, ja. Hier is dan nou die queue waar hy begin. En kyk net al hierdie mense hierso. Ons is nou heel agter in die queue. Hier gaan hy. Lyk nou van 'n treinkar wat daar staan. Alright, nou net gesê ek moet alles afneem. Ons is nou by Werebee Zoo, né?
Ja.
Staar agter, ja. Dan
Okay. Gaan ons Australian kry? Afrika. Ek kom 'n bietjie kyk wat hier in die zoo shop is. Kom ons kyk of ons ietsie oulik hierso kry. Ek kyk altyd vir iets wat vir ou olifantjie en slange. Hier koetjies. $22. Gorillas. Renostertjies. Appies. Ai. As hierdie mense maar net kan sien hoe dit in Afrika is. Om meer regtig te sien. Ek soek iets met 'n kangaroo, pennesakkie of so iets, of 'n koala. African style. Ai. Sal ek maar in Suid-Afrika gaan koop? As ek sulke goed wil hê. Nie dat ek baie gou Suid-Afrika toe gaan nie. Ek kan dit nie bekostig nie. As ons gaan, sal dit net een van ons wees. Maar jy is nogal mooi goed, ek moet dit sê. Nie te verskriklik duur as jy in Aussie dollars koop nie, maar die rand mos nie. Die rand is nou so sleg. Ag, oulik.
Sorry.
That's the best reaction.
I'm sorry, so nice like.
Dis baie oulik. Stop gou daar.
Blykbaar is die daai is nou die bus waarop ons gaan klim. Dis 'n bus met wat is dit 1 2 3 4 karre. Dit maak dit nogal raai, daar is so baie mense hierso, maar met so size bus maak dit eintlik saak en as ek is seker waartoe die bus oral gaan nie. Ons kyk wat se diere ons kan sien.
En die wil neem.
Kyk nou net hierdie. Alle mense moet hulle stootwaandjies hier los. En niemand steel, niemand se nie, niemand krap en niemand se nie. En want hulle moet met die kinders net so ingaan. Dit is interessant. Daar is die bus waarop ons gaan. Ja, dit is besig. Dit is interessant.
Let me know what's up. Do hold on to all personal belongings though. Dropping your favorite hat or your brand new iPhone out the window is not a medical emergency. If you drop something other than a child out the window, please let me know at the very end of the tour. We can send a ranger out to try and find it for you. Keep in mind we are a free-range zoo, so while you might get your belongings back, it's likely they're going to come back stood on, chewed on and pooed on. So just hold on to everything. Alright guys, so we've entered our arid or our desert habitat. We're going to meet a couple of desert species in here. Animals that can go a long time without drinking water. Long time without drinking water. So how long can a camel go without a drink? Just over 2 weeks. Us measly humans, we can go maybe like 2 or 3 days without a drink. There's another desert species up in the middle there, that beautiful white antelope. There's a scimitar. I told you it was bumpy. I can't avoid those potholes. Or maybe I can. You'll never know.
Hi.
We get a lot of cool native bird species here at the zoo. You might see big grey Cape Barren geese. We've got some magpie geese. We've got lots of kites and eagles in the sky. And my favourite bird, the bin chicken, the ibis. Hands up if you love bin chickens. It's like 4 hands went up. I know they're stinky, I know they steal your sausage rolls, but I think they deserve more love than they get. Bin chickens, they're one of the few native species to figure out how to safely eat cane toads, which is pretty darn cool. Alright, back to zoo animals. So we've got fights. You look closely up the back, we've got antelope number 3. Very shy, very elusive. These are Nyala antelope.
Ja, ik kan zwaar.
Alright, we made it. We're about to enter zoo property again. You can tell because the roads get awful. We do conservation really well here at the zoo. We don't do roads very well. Alrighty. So next animal is a horse. Who wants to go horse riding? Off you go. It'll be enjoyable for everybody watching. You get bucked off straight away. These are not domestic horses. You wouldn't be able to feed them a carrot. They're Mongolian wild horses, also known as Przewalski horse or Taki, and they're considered the last true wild species of horse in the world. So in Australia there are Brumbies in the Highlands, there are Mustangs in America. Those are domestic horses that went feral. These guys have never been domesticated.
Mooi kleur.
This is one of the biggest animals at the zoo. Up next, the American bison or buffalo.
Bison.
Got Frank. Hello, Frank.
Hi,
And I reckon this is Napoleon up ahead. In here is showing off his big wings. Look on the ground, where they can run up to 70 k's an hour. I've never seen our boys run that fast. They're pretty lazy. I know they're boys as well because they're black and white. They wear tuxedos. You'll see some female ostrich as you walk around the elephant trail. They look a little more like emus. They've got brown plumage. Go after your tour. We just serve giraffe milk here. And they're all boys. Yeah, so we got Tando on the left.
Net fantasties met so landscape gevoel.
And Kambuni next to him. Tando's a pretty cool dude. If you look at his legs, he's got hot pink go-go boots on. He's crossed with a red ostrich. He's a bit different, a bit special.
On your right you'll see two Aussies. Oh, it's a rhinoceros.
I reckon that's Buddy over there swearing at us, saying ostrich swear words. We're missing one. Missing Zazu.
Kyk hoe sit die
We've got our
kameelperde.
zebra under the trees,
Hulle
taking
lê.
some shade. He's a common or plain zebra. What do we reckon? Are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Black or
All right,
white
let's have a vote. It's voting season, right? If you reckon they're black with white stripes, put your hand out the window. All right, if they're white with black stripes, put your hand out the window. Can someone give me a drum roll, please? And the answer is they are black with white stripes.
Ja, hulle eet hulle nou daarso. Wat dink julle? Is daar kos ingesit daar binne in die boom?
That is, who is that on the left? That's David on the left. David's a rat bag. David's 2.5 years old, and he is like a naughty teenager. He loves to lick the roofs of trucks. He likes to try and steal hats off people's heads, and he likes to try and mash Cape Barren geese. He hasn't got any yet, but he tries. He's really cheeky giraffe. trying to have a drink down in the wallows is our tallest boy. That's a Charlie. He's 5 meters tall. He's going to show off his splits. It is hard work. And what you'll often see them do in the wild, to try and keep enough water and reduce the amount they have to drink from rivers and bend down like that, they often drink each other's wee. It's a good way to stay hydrated out on the savannah. A rather small rhino with his bottom facing us. That is Jabulani. He's 7 months old. Mum Kapensi right by his side, always watching closely. His dad Kafaru is on the far left. In the middle, right in front of Jabulani, is Lataba, and in front of Grandma Cece. And Lataba is in front of Grandma Cece, they're best friends. And on the far right is Great Grandma Marque. So we've got a 4-generational family living here at the zoo, which is pretty special. Any guesses for how heavy 7-month-old baby Jabulani is?
Half a ton.
A bit more than 2 grams. On day 1 he was 60 kilos, so how much I weigh? He is 518 kilos.
Oh yeah,
He's a big boy. That's young Jessie walking behind them. Wayo, sorry, that's Wayo, the giraffe.
Jabulani.
Great Grandma Marque's the oldest rhino here. She's about 45 years old, more or less, which is old for a rhino. They only live 45 to 50 years. I mentioned earlier they have pretty terrible eyesight to start with. She has a good sense of smell, but she's lost pretty much all of her hearing. So she relies on that sense of smell for almost everything getting around here in the savannah. Of course, Jessie is going to go and harass the rhinos. Our heaviest rhino is actually Grandma Cece. She's 2,400 kilos. Ooh, one more antelope, and we've seen all 5, I believe. That's antelope bingo. On the left, under the shade, a waterbuck. It's quite nice, you don't often get to see them. So they produce this like musky, oily sweat that helps to keep them warm. So being stinky keeps them safe. Next time someone tries to tell you to have a bath or a shower, just say, no thank you, I'm keeping myself safe from lions.
Trained us on a new journey. Any children under the age of 4 need to be seated on an adult's lap for their own safety. Anytime you try to up the journey, and we've got offering the best view. When entering the carriages, please make sure to go to the back of the front before filling in their seats. To allow everyone to enter. Good morning, everyone. And then the corridor front of mine. I'm going to put you out on your tour. Before we do that, let's hold your food and drink away. That includes
Op die bus. Al hierdie mense wat nog op die bus klim. Elke liewe persoon wat hier staan het $50 betaal om in te kom. Dis 'n vrag geld wat hierdie plek maak vandag.
Ben hasn't moved for about 30 years. He does a good job of keeping antelope off that island though. They don't know he's not real.
Dit is so 'n stukkie veld waar mense kan ietsie eet. So bestel om te eet, dit is wel vir wat 'n groen kop, seker hy dem. Wat is dit? Wat? Hier onder die water is 'n hippo. Dit bly op 'n voetpad. Waar gaan hy? Oh wow. Jo.
Was julle by die aardmuseum gewees in Shepparton?
Hier onder die water is nou hippos. Aan die kant dryf een, maar jy kan hom nie nou sien nie.
Kun je roken of je naar die Rhino en Lion Park toe. Dan kun je die ballonne daar sien waar hulle sommer voer en al.
En net soos jy daar aan die linkerkant sien jy absoluut niks.
Wel, hier is iets.
Hier is iets, maar jy sien absoluut niks. Dit is nou die leeu enclosure. En daar lê leeu nommer 1, sy naam is Piet. En Johan is aan die kant. Johan, daar is Johan. Alright. Kijk, cool, nogal lekker naby aan die leeu's. Daai ene snack nou 'n stukkie het net 'n kind geval. Hy sit te eet nou die kind se bene. Pragtig. En daar lê 'n paar leeu's ook daar, maar hierdie ene is maar die mooiste. 'n Mooi aksiepose. Ja, en dan kyk net so. Hey, wat dink jy? Piet!
Ja, hij is nog een jongetje. Die is nog een keer. Trap uit buiten. Wil je hem nou niet wakker worden?
Ja, Lona kyk vir my ook so as ek my hol krap.
Gemaak het. Wannabes.
There's no wallabies.
Kleiner tipe kangaroo.
En hulle is redelik mak, want kyk er naby kan jy kom aan hulle.
Maar hy slaap lekker.
Frikkie! Sien jy enigiets?
Net 'n ou vrot bed vol stof en 'n stoel.
Ja, die oorspronklike bed.
Verby sien.
Ja.
Hulle het die plek verander met 2 slaapkamerhuisie. En dan die pastorie langsaan ook 'n 2 slaapkamer. Baie mooi daar.
Wat sien jy? Oh, dit is 'n klein
Dit is een wallaby. Ja, is dit een wallaby?
jarke daar, weet jy.
Wag, wat is daar?
Dis 'n haas gekruis met 'n wallaby gekruis met 'n Aussie.
Oh, nee, daar eentje is een muis aan.
Hier is ons nou in 'n reptiel enclosure. Okay, cool. Daar's 'n lizard. Begin julle aan die kant.
Even onder
Sien niks nie.
die hele dingen achter die stoel.
Allee. Haar op moet dit is
Oh, ek kan nie lekker sien man.
Hier zo. Hier dan mag je dan hier.
dit is hier nou.
Dis nou nie die. Dis 'n python.
Ja. Yeah. That one is here. There's one carriage that goes through here.
Oh, there.
Mm.